Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is Silver Santa. I haven't been around for a while. It's been a while since I did any kind of a video or tried to show anything. I've been hanging out with BC Life for the last few months and doing some metal detecting and some coin roll hunting and things like that. This whole pandemic has really slowed things down, so when silver fell, I turned around, I went out, and I started getting rid of some of the gold that I had. And when it went to 120 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold, I figured I'd get rid of some gold and buy some silver. I know my coin shop guy, my coin dealer, he had explained to me one time, I never bought premium silver, as what you see right now in front of me. I'd buy a little bit here or there, but I know he used to tell me, John, don't waste your money on stuff like this, because you can get the Eagles for $2-3 over spot, and that would hold its value more than any of these other things. The premiums are just too high on that other stuff, and you won't ever get your money back. That was his take on most of that stuff. Even though he sold it, he didn't recommend buying it. But he told me if times ever changed, that you might want to think about things differently. But as of now, at the time, silver about 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, was down $14-15 an ounce. You could buy the Eagles for $17 to $19 an ounce. You can't do that anymore. But now, silver's right back to where it was a couple years ago, but the Eagles are still marked up way over what they should be. So whenever I'm looking at the premiums through JM Bullion, and that's who I've been buying a lot of my stuff through, they've had a lot to choose from, and their prices seem to fluctuate day after day. So some days you get a good deal, and the next day it's up. BC Life's been buying some things, but he'll see stuff come in to me, and he'll say, I want to get some of that, and then he gets a whole different price. And he couldn't understand why some of the stuff just goes from one price to the other end. I'll show you a prime example of something I'm talking about. These Queen's Beast right here. I bought quite a few of them. I got the Yale, the Mortimer, and I did get a couple of the horses. Now, I love these rounds. I always wanted to buy them, but during the times that I'd see them at the coin shop, back before all this happened, a lot of them were selling for high premiums. And when I say a high premium, I'm saying they were selling them for $56 to $58 for a 2 ounce round. And now it doesn't make any sense, because you're able to pick them up between $42 and $45 for a 2 ounce round, which breaks down that it's only $22.50 per ounce. But what's an Eagle? Brand new BU Eagle right now is running $21-22 an ounce. So for the extra dollar, the extra $2, you're able to pick up this premium stuff. So I'm loving it as far as I'm being able to pick up the premium. I'd like to say that I don't want to buy silver during these times, but I really think something's going to happen that with the amount of money they're making, I just think it's going to go up now. So today's video was just to kind of show you some of the things I've been up to, some of the stuff I've been buying, how I came about it. I did get some funds mainly from the fact that I sold about an ounce and a half of gold. And I might have said a couple ounces, but it was only about an ounce and a half of gold, and to buy the silver. And I also turned around and used my stimulus check on this stuff as well. So let's start around, and I'll show you some of the things that I got. Most of everything that is right here in front of you, with the exception of this one, I did not. But everything else here, and this one, let's see these two. The rest of this stuff is stuff that I have bought off of the JM Bullion over the last couple weeks. And so I mean, I really like this one. I still paid a real high premium for that, but I've always wanted to get one. And I know I think it was $29 when I got her. But, nothing's cheap right now. It doesn't reflect what the paper price is. So you have to pay a price sometimes for some of the things. But I figure if you like it, why not? If I get stuck with it, this is stuff that I probably won't be parting with for a long, long time. So, but I happen to get a 5-ounce 2020 quarter. Now, this one here, I don't usually buy these things. The only reason I had any interest to buy it, and it's not that I don't believe that it's going to make a difference. But you always have that one thing that you think about, and then you say to yourself, 10 years down the road, you kick yourself in the butt and you're saying, man, I wish I would have done it, because I thought about that, but then I thought, well, it never happened. But I know some people would probably say that this is dumb, but a 2020, this is the year that this pandemic had come about, and supposedly this thing started off of this animal. And being that it's the 2020 and it does depict what it is, whether this is man-made or whether it came from an animal is two different things. But this is the animal that it said it come from. So, or at least part of the species. Might not be the direct one, but figured it's a nice little thing to kind of as a reminder of what we went through in 2020. Either way, whether it becomes worth something or not. So, that's the wrap up on what I've gotten from JM Bullion. I'm not plugging them as they're paying me or anything. I looked through different people out there, and I felt that I would try them, and I'm really happy with the amount of time it takes to get my stuff, and they've really been good on this stuff, and I'm really happy. Over here, I'm going to show you some other stuff that I got. Now, my local coin shop had gave me money for my 1.5 ounces of gold that I'd gotten. Now, I still have some more stuff that I'm waiting on, but some of the things that I've gotten from him so far. Now you have to understand the reason why he has plenty of stuff for me to buy. The reason why is because whenever silver dropped down to $11 an ounce, it was 12, and then for about a day and a half, 2 days, it had dropped to 11. That's when I got rid of my gold. Gold had dropped from $1,700 down to about $1,400, but the gap was there. $11 an ounce was where it was at, and I decided to turn around and buy some silver. It did have a premium at that time, but nothing like what it is now. I managed to get these bars right here locked in. He locked me in at $15.23. I thought that was pretty good. So I was able to get 10-ounce bars at $15.23. Same way with these rounds. These are just generic rounds, except for some little things that I picked up as well that was thrown into the batch. Most of them were these, and I do believe I have a couple over here as well that I put, like this one. I did put that one over here in a protector. It was one of the nicer ones. There's also another one that was over here. That same thing. But I had to actually wait on the stuff, and he had explained to me that he couldn't just turn around and give me the stock of stuff that he had, being that he had paid a higher price. So he had to wait and put a new order in at the $11, $12 and wait till the stuff got honored. So he called me the other day, and I was able to go out and pick that up. I'll pick up some more stuff here when it comes in. But in the meantime, I did meet up with another gentleman. I had a contractor that was he was hurting for money, and he does not want to get rid of any of his stuff. I told him I'd help him out, so he needed a couple $100, and so he parted with some of his things that he had, and I took the stuff off his hands, and I told him to give me a call if he needs any more. He doesn't want to get rid of all his stuff, but he was just getting rid of some of the things that he's willing to. Now, that would be these items right here. So he sold them to me. We worked out a package deal on everything instead of breaking it all down on what each item was going to be. He sold me the things that he had. Now, that wasn't included right here. It was basically these coin rolls, dimes, one roll of quarters, and these two generic rounds. Well, one's a generic round and one is the Eagle hologram. I have a couple of those I got before. He did give me one nice premium item, and he gave me two graded coins. One, I think I have one. I forget which one it is. I have one I think like this already. It's a 1904 064. I don't usually buy slab coins, but when it's part of a deal, why not? Now, with these coins here, what's cool is this was an unopened roll, as you can see from them edges. Now, for the price that you're paying for an unrolled or thing of junk silver right now, for the exact same price that these coin shit dealers are paying, or like APMEX, JM Bullion, S&D Bullion, there's nothing wrong with the price. Everybody is pretty much consistent with when it goes to 90 percenters. But what I thought was really cool is that I was able to pick up, and even on some of their websites, they're willing to sell rolls that are brand new, unopened, never touched, uncirculated stuff. This is 1964 roll quarters for the same exact price as the junk silver, or in some cases only $10 more for a $10 face value. Same thing here. This is, I believe, 1962 if I remember correctly. But I have a roll here that I did not open. This one was a 1964. And when you look at the roll ends, the ends have it. And I decided not to open this roll. Figured I'd let this one alone. This roll here, I don't know why it was an uncirculated roll, but as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that were iffy as to why they were in there. But the whole roll, the whole thing is brand new, uncirculated. But how those two got in there, I just don't understand that. And this here was another brand new roll, and another one here. So, anyhow, that's what I've been up to, and I've been buying some things. I'm getting ready to call the bank, and I got to go over and get some things over there, and I got to get over to take some stuff over to my safe spot and lock stuff up into the safe. So, and like I said before, you get stuff like this and you don't want to keep it. As much as you love it, you don't ever keep it in your home, because if you do get robbed, you don't want people to take it. And you want to keep it away from your family and away from your home. So the only reason I had this is because this is stuff within the last few weeks that I obtained, and I'm getting ready to take it over today. And so anyway, this is what I've been up to. I hope silver breaks out and we all make out well. If not, we'll hold on to it for another 20, 30 years. Maybe it'll be worth something one day. So, in the meantime, stay safe. Keep your family safe. I hope you're all doing well. And check out JM Bullion. Like I said, I like what they had out there. The prices are compatible with a lot of things out. I like to, when I'm bored, there's not a whole lot to do, pull up a price and check it on eBay, see what the item is they're selling and how much it sells for on eBay, and buy you some if it's got a good deal. Price compare. We got plenty of time if you're sitting at home. So, God bless to everybody out there that is unemployed or have some loved ones that are sick or have been affected by this. Just stay strong, and remember, family is the most important thing. Thank you. Until next time, this is Silver Santa, out.